afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iliana Magra, and here are the top headlines of the day in Greece. Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis said earlier today that at this critical time, the European Union's strategic autonomy should be a non-negotiable priority. Upon his arrival at the Emergency EU Summit in Brussels, Mr. Mitsotakis added that in an effort to support Ukraine in achieving a fair and viable solution, the attempt to involve the United States in a sustainable peace plan should not be abandoned. The Greek Prime Minister added that it will be important to provide Ukraine with security guarantees even after the war ends, and the United States should be part of that. We need to constantly strive to convince the United States that this will also serve their own interests, he said today. Ahead of the Emergency EU Summit, Mr. Mitsotakis reportedly had a brief meeting with Friedrich Merz, the leader of the CDU party and next Chancellor of Germany. But the Greek Prime Minister has to deal with domestic turmoil as well, as back home his government is currently facing a motion of no confidence against it over the deadly Tempe train crash. The motion was tabled last night by parties of the opposition during a parliamentary debate on the accident, and it was signed by 85 lawmakers. The vote will be held tomorrow afternoon. At the same time, more protests in relation to the train crash, which claimed the lives of 57 people 2 years ago, are taking place across the country. Clashes broke out between some demonstrators and the Greek police in front of Parliament last night, while Greeks also took to the streets in other cities such as Thessaloniki and Larissa. Yesterday's protests were significantly smaller in size than the ones that swept the country last Friday. However, a new wave of rallies is also being planned for tomorrow. Now, as the seismic tremors have decreased in intensity in the Aegean, schools on the islands of Santorini, Amorgosios and Anafi reopened earlier this week after month-long closures. But not all has gone back to normal. The island of Santorini has been struggling with over-tourism for years, but it doesn't look like this will be a problem this year. Reservations for holidays in Santorini appear to be 23% lower in early March compared to the corresponding period in 2024, according to reporting by the Greek newspaper Kathimerini. The Greek Minister for Digital Governance, Dimitris Papasteriou, highlighted the country's AI initiatives during a panel discussion at the MTech Europe conference earlier today. Among other projects, Greece is one of 7 European countries set to host one of the continent's first AI factories, the minister said. Other significant technological developments in the country include the 13 low-orbit microsatellites that Greece is expected to acquire within the year. These will enhance Greece's cybersecurity, wildfire prevention capabilities, civil protection, and agricultural development, Mr. Papasteriou noted. In other news, 2 men alleged to be members of an international criminal ring were arrested yesterday at Athens International Airport. The reason for their arrest was that they were attempting to smuggle over 17 kilograms of cocaine into Greece. One of the suspects had hidden cocaine packages into 2 suitcases, while the other was waiting outside the airport to receive the load. Greek police also seized 1 vehicle and 3 mobile phones believed to be related to the case. Finally, today, free entrance is being offered to all visitors to publicly owned museums in Greece, including the Acropolis Museum in Athens. This move is in memory of Melina Mercouri, a beloved Greek actress and Minister of Culture, who passed away on March 6, 1994. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for today. Tune in again tomorrow for the only English language news bulletin in the country, and have a good afternoon.